Hey, we're Old Dominion. This is Certified Country with Sophie Shalacy.
Welcome back to another edition of Certified Country. Today, we're going to have a little fun with Old Dominion, and I have an exclusive announcement for you guys about an exciting new album release. I am so pumped about it. But first, I want to introduce you to critical darling and Taylor Swift-approved newcomer, Devin Dawson.
You got my number, you can call on me. If you're in trouble, fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. When it don't add up, you can count on me.
You have so many connections to these awesome people, and I want to ask you about a few of them.
Okay.
First of all, Taylor Swift.
Gotta start with Taylor.
I got that James so it's gonna be forever. Dream. Oh, it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the highway's worth it.
I met a good friend of mine, Louisa Wendorf, like one of the first days at college at Belmont University in Nashville. And we ended up doing a mashup of Blank Space and Style. She ended up like tweeting it out and Facebooking it and saying that she was obsessed with it. And honestly, like that definitely kickstarted all of our careers.
You are touring with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Tell me about getting that call, getting asked to go on the road with them.
It's just insane because I obviously grew up listening to both of them, and my manager is very nonchalant about his way of breaking news to me, and I think it was just in a text of like, hey, thinking about maybe you opening up for Tim and Faith, and I was like, yeah, let me check my schedule. I think we could make that work.
Yeah.
And you know, for them to believe in a new artist is awesome.
You have also toured with Maren Morris.
I have. That was amazing. She asked us to come out before I even had music out. I think we sent her a couple unreleased tracks through some mutual connections, and she just believed in it, which is, you know, again, as a new artist, having somebody believe in you so early and give you a shot is amazing. It's like this kind of pay it forward kind of energy. Last
one, tell me about who your biggest musical influences are.
I always say it's the three Johns. So I grew up in Orangeville, and right next to where I grew up was Folsom Prison. And so Johnny Cash is a huge influence on me. I love John Fogerty. I love their soul, rootsy rock kind of, you know, country sound that they have. And lastly, I'm a huge John Mayer fan. I love his ability to just do it all himself. He does lyrics and sings and plays guitar and is a performer, and hopefully I can have half of the success that he has.
Baby, don't let the nose and the ups and the downs from the roller coaster ride beat you up inside. Baby, don't.
So what is your biggest goal for the next year?
Man, I just want to impact lives. Like I hopefully, you know, when the record comes out, it will be able to reach everybody, and I just want to have music out. Like, I know myself, I'm this close, but just letting people in on who I am and what I believe in is something I'm really excited for.
All right, Old Dominion's sophomore album, Happy Endings,
is out August 25th.
And to celebrate, they hit up the iHeartRadio Theater in Los Angeles. Corsi T was backstage.
Wonder if Jack and Diane ever made it after the drums and the guitars all faded. Was the best they could do good enough, or did the heartland just swallow them up?
The name of the album actually came from a trip. We were on a boat in Key West, and we were playing the new album. And we were talking about one of the songs on the album, which is called So You Go, and somebody mentioned that it had a happy ending, and so we started a discussion of whether it was a happy ending or not. I think we said the name Happy Ending so many times in a row, somebody finally just said, oh, you should call the name of the album Happy Endings, and we were like, yeah, sounds good to us. We were just happy to have a name. So there it was named.
You know you can't keep the ground from shaking, no matter how hard you try, you can't keep the sunsets from fading.
I mean, we all grew up, you know, playing in rock bands and listening to all kinds of music, you know, country music, rock music, you know, anything, hip hop. So, you know, it can't help but find its way into your music. Brad, if you could be someone else for one day, who would it be and why?
Someone who sails around the world, because I've always wanted to do that. Which band member is most likely to get into trouble with the law, and why?
You. Because you have.
Thanks, Gus.
Jeff, what is the most extravagant thing you've ever purchased?
Ooh, man, extravagant.
Extravagant.
I know. Extravagant. You know? Yeah. What did I get? You bought that painting of the duck.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, I bought a giant painting of a duck.
It cost more than your car, man.
Now, but I do drive a 96 Corolla. But it did cost more than my car. Wit. Pick a favorite song on the album and explain why.
I like Written in Sand.
All we last call kissing, or we be reminiscing with each other for the next 40 years. Are we written in the stars, baby? Or are we written in the sand?
I really dig the minimalist production, and I dig the powerful lyric, and it's just a really cool song. Really like it.
Solid answer.
Jeff, tell us something about yourself that we'd never guess by looking at you.
I'm really good with the yo-yo.
Oh.
Really? I didn't even know that.
I would have guessed that by looking at you.
Fair enough.
Now I am so excited to exclusively announce all the details about Jerrod Niemann's brand new album. Are you guys ready? This ride features 13 new songs, including the wedding ballad God Made a Woman.
God made a woman fall for a man.
And a duet with Lee Brice called A Little More Love.
Make a little more love, make a little less money.
The album will be out on October 6th and will be his first release on Curb Records.
Hey Sophie, my new album This Ride has some of my favorite songs I've ever recorded on it, and I cannot wait to share it.
While we wait to hear more from Jerrod, I've got some fire song picks for you guys this week. Kicking it off with the Cadillac 3 Demolition Man. If you're not already familiar with the Nashville born and bred band, lead singer Jerrod Johnson is the songwriter behind hits like Keith Urban's Raise 'Em Up, You Gonna Fly, and Tim McGraw's Southern Girl, among honestly so many other #1s. Their new album, Legacy, is out next week on Big Machine Records. Next up is Jerrod's longtime buddy Kip Moore with The Bull, because to be perfectly honest with you, I'm just really obsessed with his voice.
Thank you, Uncle D, for teaching me to love my bone guitar. Thank you, girl from Broken Bow, who shot an arrow through my heart. Thank you, Mama, for the roll, and thank you, Daddy, for the rock. Most of all, thanks to the bulls that bucked me off. Woo!
Last but certainly not least is Brandon Ray with Ends of the Earth, which was produced by Keith Urban and hitmaker Ross Copperman. It is on its way to hit status, if you ask me.
I go to the ends of the earth for you, to the moon and back like it ain't nothing new. When I got my arms wrapped around you, girl, it's like I'm holding the whole wide world.
And with that, it is time to say goodbye. Until next week, please keep in touch on Instagram. I am at Sophie Shalacy. And if you like what you see here, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to Entertainment Tonight for more. I'll see y'all again next Friday, same time, same place.